President Trump and I are committed. We're committed to making America safe again, and that means arresting many criminal illegal aliens as possible and then making sure we're getting them off of our streets. We're bringing them to justice and we're making our communities safer.
Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures. Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law. And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is once again targeting Massachusetts with a new immigration crackdown called Patriot 2.0. The Department of Homeland Security reportedly said that the operation will focus on the worst of the worst offenders. As per reports, DHS is targeting sex offenders, gang members, drug dealers, and violent criminals in the latest crackdown. The push follows Operation Patriot in May, which led to more than 1,500 arrests across Massachusetts. That earlier crackdown drew protests after chaotic ICE raids in Worcester, Nantucket, and Boston neighborhoods. The new campaign comes as the Trump administration sues the city of Boston, Mayor Michelle Wu, and Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox over so-called sanctuary city policies. The Trump administration said Boston is breaking federal law by refusing to assist with immigration enforcement over sanctuary policies.
With the rate of arrests and deportations as high as it's been, we need all the help that we can get to increase our detention space.
Boston's Trust Act bars local police from helping federal immigration agents carry out deportations. Mayor Wu says ICE has refused to share information and has arrested parents near schools, creating fear. She insisted that the city will defend its laws and may take legal action if federal agents violate local protections. Meanwhile, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey blasted the Trump administration's Patriot 2.0 ICE operation as political theater and a power grab, arguing that the raids are less about safety and more about political theater and intimidation. Remember, the Justice Department has also sued Chicago, echoing lawsuits against Boston leaders over sanctuary rules. As per reports, the immigration crackdown in both cities could bring in the National Guard if the White House deems it necessary. The crackdown follows similar sweeps in Los Angeles, where ICE reported making 5,000 arrests since June.
When I was down in D.C. saying some similar things, it was our city council, led by Council President Ruthie Louijean and Councilor Julia Mejia, who ensured that our residents would gather here today, back then, on the same spot and stand up for our communities as well. So I want to thank them for showing up once again. We're here again today because last week, Boston received a letter from the Attorney General of the United States on official letterhead from the federal government threatening to prosecute city officials and withhold federal funds unless we cooperate with carrying out mass deportations. At a time when this federal administration is already causing so much fear and harm in our communities, these threats are serious and consequential. But our same communities have told me loud and clear that silence in the face of oppression is not an option. The U.S. Attorney General asked for a response by today. So here it is. Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures. Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law. And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for. We will not back away from our community that has made us the safest major city in the country and a leading example of why cities around the country make this country safer, healthier, and more prosperous for all Americans. To all the federal officials attacking communities that embody diversity, creativity, and moral clarity, we mayors said this in D.C. nearly 6 months ago, and I'll say it again today. You are wrong on the law, and you are wrong on safety. Most of all, you are wrong on cities. The cities that live in your minds are totally foreign to the residents living in our cities. And we are picking up the pieces of your failures to deliver on your promises. Under the Trump administration, groceries are less affordable. Housing is harder to build. Cures for cancer are farther away. And good news on our economy has been as hard to find as the Epstein list. But as always, cities are doing everything we can to protect our residents and keep moving forward. While you are cutting health care and food assistance for our families, Boston has launched new coalitions to connect residents to fresh food, stable housing, and job training to build healthy, long lives. While you attempt to unlawfully cancel grants for our schools and roads, we funded 10,000 paid summer jobs for our young people, opened 1,000 new seats in free, high-quality early education classrooms for our littlest learners, fixed more than 27,000 potholes, and repaved more than 80 miles of city streets. While you're slashing funding for our universities, hospitals, and research institutions, Boston is building pathways to community college and UMass Boston, joining with industry to train hundreds of residents for careers in life sciences and clean energy, and partnering with our city's largest employers to double the size of our health careers high school. While you deploy military personnel to occupy American streets, we are building community safety. Our police don't have to hide their faces. Boston police do not hide their faces because they are members of our community. Our officers keep us safe by getting to know our residents, not working to remove them. Back in June, the city of Boston filed a Freedom of Information request with ICE, demanding the bare minimum of transparency from our federal government. ICE talked a big game, promised that they would get us information, and it's been 2 months without any answers. So today, we will file a formal appeal, insisting that ICE produce the public records we asked for, and we're prepared to take additional legal steps if they continue to refuse transparency.